All right, welcome to my FX Buddies, the podcast. And this is season 5, episode 2. All right, it's kind of late, 9:30. I really don't like this late, but the days just aren't going like I planned. Anyway, so, anywhere that you, possibly anywhere you enjoy watching, listening, look for my FX Buddies. I may be there. However, places where I definitely am are rumble.com, my FX Buddies, rss.com, although that is down today. They sent me I did something uh, uh, with the warning, uh, whatever. So if you go there and it's not up, it's give me a day or two. Okay, but that's where a transcript is. Um, what else? Apple Podcasts. Let's see. What's the other? Spotify.com has audio and video. And what else? Oh, the blog. Yes, the blog. That's the best place to go because you have the video there. And also, I'm gonna show you where I put the videos because a couple of people, I guess they're new people, so I went to the blog and I didn't see the video. Okay, so I'm gonna explain that. And the blog is myfxbuddies.blogtalk.com, and wherever you are enjoying this content, look for an open info, more description type button. And if you click that, another box will open and it will have a link to the blog. All right. So let's get into it. So it is the second day. And guess what? Okay, well, the real reason I'm doing this, so this is the article. After the electronic platform stopped answering questions from Iraqi circles about the new dollar mechanism. Okay, I'm just really doing these articles because you shouldn't do a 5-minute blog post, right? What I really came on to talk about was there was an auction today. However, it's different. So remember, if you looked at the one I did yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I was showing how the name it switches back and forth. So this is today, Thursday, January 2nd, 2025. It's called Foreign Exchange Window Results. The amount of dollars, right? Still pretty large amount. 283 million plus, right? But so here's the details. It says total reinforcements abroad. So I am going to show you. Yeah, here, we'll go here. This should be safe. Here. Here's the announcement from the CBI. Central Bank announces major achievements in foreign transfers. See, this was put out yesterday. Now, the wording here, I think it was here. Let's see, gradually enhance. Okay. To gradually enhance balances. That is a different terminology, right? Gradually enhance balances. So they were talking about that. And I thought I saw followed in all the countries. Here it is again. The Central Bank of Iraq will continue to enhance the balances of Iraqi banks with correspondent banks in the US dollar. and these other currencies. So I'm not exactly sure what that means, but clearly it's different. The wording is different, but that's what they announced they were going to do. Okay, now this is the second. Could they be doing this because they're technically still on bank holiday? And come January 5th, will they go back to doing the auctions the way they used to before? I don't know, but I'll be watching. And for those of you who want to watch with me, I'll show you, I'll do the same thing. So this is why. Now look at this. 1317. That is the USD to IQD per the Google. So I don't normally show this. I'm going to show two other things right quick. There's people who listen to me somewhere else, and I talk about other stuff too. But so yeah, the other thing, if you're not watching the dollar, oh my gosh, look at the dollar, 109.17, but the 24-hour range, 109.14 to 109.22. And look at oil, Brent crude, $76 per barrel. So some people, they're bringing in the money already with the new year. So we'll see how long that lasts and how much higher can the dollar index go. Okay, can I get back to, oh, here we go. All right. Oh, no. It was here, right? Okay, so I wanted to bring up an older auction. So it says total reinforcements, right? Now here, number of participating banks to meet overseas enhancement requests. So there it is, right? There's the wording. So they still sold dollars, okay? But differently. And then normally right here is the cash amount that gets sold, right? But today it's showing 7 banks participated to enhance their dollar balances. And that's how much. Okay, so let's go back to, let's go back and see, this is what I was talking about. Foreign exchange window results, foreign currency sales window results. And it's not, it's just like random, right? There's no consistent pattern. So let's try Wednesday, December 18th. This is what it used to look like. The dollar amount, and this is the wording. Total amount of transfers abroad, remittances and credits, and cash withdrawals. That would be there. And then the total sales amount. So it's different. But whatever this is, it's still taking place through the CBI. So is it going through the other banks, the Citibank or JP Morgan? I don't know. Those are all questions. Well, I would like an answer to, but I know some people don't care about that. But this is a major change and we're watching it, right? All right. Okay, so that's it. So we'll go back to the blog and we'll do this. Oh, so, well, yeah, there's one more thing I have to keep in my head. All right. So the article, after the electronic platform stopped answering questions from Iraqi circles, which I presume it means different types of citizens. But here we go. The government of, well, many citizens have raised questions. Okay, now this is that website that puts the words out of order, right? But once you read it enough, whatever your definition of enough is, once you read it enough, you'll recognize what should go where, right? Anyway, many citizens have raised Iraqis questions, so it's probably many Iraqi citizens have raised questions about the new trading mechanism for dollars in Iraq. Oh, I gotta take that call. Hold on. Right? So the deputy governor of the CBI, he said yesterday the mechanism of work on the electronic platform related to foreign transfers has stopped working, but financing foreign trade continues through correspondent banks according to different mechanisms that are parallel to what is in effect in countries around the world. So it's pretty much the same wording, but this is today. This did come out today, January 2nd. But there was an article yesterday that said something like, okay, we stopped the auctions. Will there be this crazy rise in the dollar? Guess what? The dollar's up to 1530 today. 1530 dinars per dollar. But usually, if that's what it is in writing, it could be anywhere from 20 to 50 higher. Well, the number is higher, but the value is actually lower, right? Anyway, many citizens wondered about the news of the platform that was established. And this is the news website published on the social networking site Facebook about the electronic platform and its work and what will happen to the dollar and whether it will witness a new rise in currency exchange rates. Our citizen comment, what is meant by the electronic platform? Can someone explain? While another replied that the blockade will return to Iraq and exchange rate will be at least 250,000. So that's per 100. But if you cut off 2 zeros, it's 2,500 dinars per dollar. So that's what they're worried about. They're worried about it's going to go up. Another pointed out unemployment will return and food prices will quadruple from their normal levels and famine will return to Iraq. So see, the people are really worried. All right. So maybe later I'll go on Facebook and see. It's just, it comes up in Arabic and it's really, I don't want to say hard. It's not easy. It's very easy to translate Twitter. Facebook is not. Maybe it's me. It could possibly be me. But, and it seems some of the comments aren't set to translate, but then some of them automatically translate. So I don't know. But I'm going to show you something that was sent to me. But I'm not seeing it myself. So it's hearsay, right? But I don't, people don't normally lie about things like that. It wouldn't prove anything, right? Okay, so see, what else? Others praised the decision to stop the electronic platform, considering it an effective government achievement that will be beneficial in succession and a transformative process that enhances the economic role and prepares for investment opportunities with complete confidence, and that the government is activating the supervisory role over the markets and exchanges and dealing in the dinar only to raise the value of the Iraqi dinar. Okay, so you have people who don't trust the government and think they're going to mess it up. And then you have people who think, no, we need to do this. This is the next step. And it's going to raise the value of the dinar. So I was happy to see that. So there's more, of course, to this article if you want to read it. Just remember, wherever you see dollar, it probably goes before the word before it. Okay, but and I know I'm gonna say this, but if you have a general understanding, if you've been reading Iraqi articles for a while, it it will you'll still get the gist of the article. All right, so they still have to sell dollars to travelers, and they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that through airports and just like we do now, right? There's certain banks that's part of their service to their customers. You can say, "Hey, I'm going on vacation. I need to order X amount of so and so currency," and they'll say, "Okay, we'll do that for you as a courtesy to you," right? They order it. Remember back in the day, I don't know, maybe this happened to you, maybe it didn't. A lot of times when people went to buy the Vietnamese dong, what did they say? "Oh, you're traveling to Vietnam?" Right? But yeah, so they're switching over. They are switching over, and let's hope it goes well. All right, so let's see. Here, with the start of the new legislative session, discussions between the blocs to resolve controversial laws. So they're trying to have discussions ahead of time. So when they get to work on the 9th, they can actually do something. But I still don't think they are. But at least some of them are talking about it and wanting to do it. There's my one commercial. You could go to buy me a coffee. The wording is a link. There's the QR code. All right. Closing the dollar sale platform. U.S. directive raises concerns about market stability and rising prices. Now we're having a say so in it. So yeah, you might want to read this. Here's this is the third paragraph. Well, whoever wrote this, I'm sorry, let me read you the first thing that it says. The central bank announced the closure of the dollar selling platform at the end of the fiscal year, a measure that comes within the ongoing directives of the U.S. Treasury to tamper with the Iraqi economy. So yeah, whoever is writing this, that's how they feel. We're tampering with their economy. And we are, right? All right. So here, the closure of the platform is expected to lead to an increase in demand for dollars in the parallel market as many importers and traders rely on buying hard currency to meet their needs. So that tells me they already know there's going to be some people who are not going to go through the new program at first, right? So here, if they don't do something, there'll be demand for the dollar, which will inevitably lead to an increase in the price of the dollar against the dinar, and this increase may be directly reflected in the prices of goods and services, which adds an additional burden on citizens, especially with the decline in purchasing power as a result of the rise in inflation rates. So they're talking about other, they're either copying and pasting other discussions with different economic experts. They're quoting Safwan Kwase, and actually there's a video of him. Someone has a snippet of a video of him. I'm gonna translate that. Note to self. Don't forget to do that. All right, let's see. So this is a pretty good article. You might want to read it. It looks like it's long, but it's really not because there's two pictures in it. Okay. All right. Sudani confirms that the government has taken practical steps to diversify the economy. So you should read that. He's talking about some of the stuff that's been done under his government program. Here's some of the oil projects that they're talking about. Now, see, they've been flaring excuse me. See this? Stop gas flaring. They were going to try to get it done, I think, by 2026. Now it's going out to 2028. All right, let's see. Here again, what did they do? So remember yesterday I read you an article where they were again denying there's a liquidity problem. So lo and behold, what do? They bring out Mohammed Saleh, the financial and economic advisor to the prime minister. He denies that there's a salary crisis or liquidity. But yet they still haven't paid those people in Kurdistan. Okay, this is neat for people who just want a little bullet point, little summary of what took place. Iraqi central bank streamlines international transfers. So this is towards the bottom. All right. And then there's global integration, investment and trust. So see how short that is? And it really does give a good summary. Here, KRG blames Baghdad for unpaid salaries. So KRG is the Kurdistan region. So they came out and said there's unpaid salaries of its civil servants. So it's not everyone. Because in fact, there's an article out today where they're claiming they're going to pay next week November salaries. These people are waiting for October or maybe even older salaries. All right. I think, is that it? Yeah, that's it. So this is a short one today because like I said, I really came on here to show you, but I want to show you what someone sent me. This is from social media. It says, I am Iraqi. The price of the dollar has risen a lot, and there is a lot of popular anger in all regions of Iraq. And it did have the person's face. It's a social media post, but I don't know that, I mean, not that a ton of people watch me, but I just don't like putting people's image out there, and I haven't had a chance to ask them, is it okay? Right? Because if they really are, and that's why I was saying, I don't, I'm no one that anyone needs to lie to, but if it's true and if that really is an Iraqi person, they may not want their image on some crazy American's video, right? So that's why I said I think, and if this goes on, which it will, it's going to go on. If this is true, I'm sure there'll be more posts on social media. So I'll try to go on Facebook and look and see if I personally can find some citizens complaining about the the dollar going up, because that is the next step. If the price of the dollar goes up, the price of the goods go up. Well, the goods they like to buy, they could buy stuff that comes in that's not priced in dollars, but they're like we are. You like what you like. I like this brand of flour, for instance, right? I bake, and a matter of fact, flour is a big part of they eat a lot of bread. So flour is a big part of their diet, I guess. And I'm sure they like a certain type. And then if you go, oh, well, just buy this other type, they're like, no, I don't want to buy that other type. I want to buy the one that I know and I'm familiar with, right? So, yeah. So that's it. I'm going to stop rambling here. Thank you for listening. I can still say Happy New Year, right? It's still early enough in the year where we can still greet you with Happy New Year. And thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. I try to waste my time or your time. And like I said, this auction thing is very interesting in my opinion. All right. So I will say accumulate, excuse me, accumulate while we wait for the rate to appreciate. Don't miss any meals and pay all your bills. If there's a like, subscribe, follow, join type button wherever you are watching or listening to this, do whatever action is needed to activate that button, because I do not upload regularly. So if all things work as they're supposed to, when I update, you'll be notified. All right. Thank you again. Enjoy the rest of your morning, night, noon, whatever time frame you're enjoying this content. And until next time.